Hey everybody out there on the Pro Forum, this is Tom Usher coming to you from beautiful Medina, Ohio. I've been seeing a lot of neat animation show up on Instagram lately, and it always gets my attention. So I tried first doing a little snowstorm on a picture, and that turned out really well, but there's a lot of steps in that, and it took me a while to learn that. I did what I learned there, I applied that to a very simple text animation, and I want to show you how that works. So here's a Instagram page that I'm looking at on through Chrome, and when I click on it you can see that it scrolls through, and that's asking for information about my spokesmodel search, but you could really put any information you want on there. So it's kind of cool, and I thought I'd show you how I did that. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up two documents. The very first document is your picture. Now Instagram likes to have a picture that is 612 pixels by 612 pixels, so that's what I did here. I added my logo, and my logo is on a separate layer, so if I want to move it around or do whatever to it, I can. And then and I have my logo right now only at about 50%, so I can kind of see through it. And then you're going to set up a separate document for your text, and that document I wanted to be twice as long, so I had it 612 pixels by 1224 pixels. Then I colored the background red so I could see my type. My type actually is white, but it's only 40% white right now because I want it to kind of go over it. And when I typed in all of what I wanted in there, I set it to justify all in the paragraphs tab. And justify all goes ahead and squeezes the type from the left side all the way over the right side. Now if you have more than one word in there, you cannot have a space, because if you have a space, that's what happens, and that's no good. So we went ahead and just kept it all together like that. It kind of runs on, but you can figure it out. And then I went and also shrinked the text to, I made it only 60% wide, the font, which drives designers crazy, but I did it anyway. Then to give it a little bit of depth, the effects I put on it is I put a drop shadow, a very simple small drop shadow, because it's such a small document. I only have a distance of 6 pixels, a spread of 8, and a size of 1. That's all, 75% opacity. And then I also put on a bevel and emboss with it's only about a 6 pixel in size, and that just makes it stand out a little bit more. So there's my text, and I save that as animation text, and then I'm going to bring it over to my animation picture. So I'm going to take that type and drag it on over, and there we are. Now I want to figure out where I want to place that. I don't want that to go over her too much, so it's going to go maybe right about there. And here's a trick. If you hold the shift key, you can go up and down without going side to side. I'm going just up and down, and it won't change very much. Okay, so here's the trick to get this as a GIF. I'm going to open up my animation tab. Now this may look different on yours. I am on CS5. I haven't upgraded to the Creative Cloud or anything yet, so it's just CS5. And I don't really know much about animation, so I may be doing this wrong, but check it out. I'm going to take this and put it all the way at the bottom. That's where I want it to start, about halfway coming in. And then I'm going to take this frame down here and hit this button to duplicate it, just like what you have over in your layers palette. And I'm going to show you where the type is going to end. So I'm going to click and then hold my shift to drag up. Click and hold my shift to drag up. Click and hold my shift to drag up. And I want it to stop right about there. So this frame shows me where the text starts. This frame shows me where the text stops. Now we got to put the animation in between it. So what I figured out is if you hit this little guy here, this is called the Tweens animation frames. It tells you how many things in between you're going to do. So I did that at about 60 frames, and when you hit that, it does its magic, and it gives you all of how it's moving that one frame all the way up, and it's kind of cool. And that's all there is to it. Now you can't save this as a you can save this, but then to save it as a GIF or a GIF, however you want to call it, you have to go to Save for Web and Devices, and when I go there, then I can click on Preview, and when I click on Preview, it's going to bring up some sort of browser. I think it brings up Explorer for me here. So I'll click on Preview, and it'll pop up in Explorer and show me what it actually looks like as a GIF. Alright, oh, that looks pretty good. If I want it to be slower, I would do more tweens in between. I could do it at 80 or or 100 or something, and that would probably slow it down, make it a little more smooth. But the 60 seems pretty good for me. Okay, so I would go ahead and hit save on there, and we'll be all good. I'm not going to do it now because I've already done it. So that's how you save it. Now here's the trouble. A GIF or a GIF, whatever you call it, will not post to Instagram. And this really bummed me out when I figured this out. So what I had to do is I went and found an app called Convert GIF to Video and Share. And I took that file, that GIF that I made, and I emailed it to myself so I could save it on my phone. And then I used this app on my phone to convert the GIF to a video. It turns it into an MP4. And then I just posted that MP4. And that's it. Booyah. People can check this out and see all of what you have in there. You could go side to side, I guess. You could maybe even do diagonal. Anyway, hope that helps. You could ask questions, but I pretty much told you all I know. Thanks. Take care.